My name is Jake, and I love trading, and I don't discriminate. I love trading futures. I love trading options. I love trading crypto. I love trading. If it's a chart that looks good and is ready to make a move, I want to trade it. And today, I took my first options trade of the year, as well as some futures trades, and let's dive into the charts. So, I am excited because it feels like I'm back a little bit. I've been away from options for the past, like month or so. And now that I'm in my new place, a new year has begun, I'm hyped. This was my first options trade of the year, and it went fantastic. So I was not able to trade yesterday. This video is being recorded on Friday, January 9th. Thursday, January 8th, I experienced my first Wi-Fi outage, which I have a feeling will happen to me more and more. I'm waiting to get my Starlink set up to have a backup Wi-Fi. Like, I have backup Wi-Fi. It was also out. Regardless, I was not able to trade/stream yesterday, and today my Wi-Fi didn't come on until about 30 minutes into market open. So the first trade of the day I took was with the Discord. However, it was not on Kick on stream. It was in Google. And Google was, the way that I trade, I wish I could come on and make these videos and tell you all something brand new that I've never told you every single time I make a video. But the truth is, I've been trading the same system for so long that I guarantee you everything on this trade that I will call out, I've covered before, right? And so Google for me today, where did it come from? The exact way that I have always talked about finding my individual name trades, which was each morning I just searched by who is up the most on a percentage basis. And today, Google was hands down the strongest name on the board. And that aligns because yesterday, Google was also the strongest name on the board, getting a gap up pre-market while the rest of the market was moving down. However, yesterday I said I think Google was a little too far away. And it worked out perfectly that I ended up missing yesterday because not only did Google fade the gap, the market itself was super choppy, like ridiculously choppy. It was a blessing in disguise that I was able to step away from the desk yesterday, right? And just miss the stream and trading as a whole. It really was, right? However, today I thought Google was offering a much more clean setup than the previous day. Today, we were getting a gap directly over a very key level at 326.96, right? So I found this trade by doing the same thing that I always do, searching individual names who are up the most on the day. Google was there. Then I drilled down and I found my levels for the day, which the main level for the day came out to be this 326.96. And then, as you'll see circled, this previous high of day for me was an interest point. I was like, okay, that seems like a very valid target. That's also all-time highs. That's our only level above. Perfect. I'll use that as my target, right? So this trade becomes relatively straightforward and simple when you start to think about everything that I've talked about throughout the years, right? One, look for strongest name on the board. Two, identify key levels for a day. Three, build plan, right? So for me, this plan is the exact same as most of the trading plans I have when it's an individual name. I look for the strongest name on the board, I identify the key levels, and then I look to trade off those levels. So for Google today, I wanted us to open above the level, right? And let me draw what my actual plan was. Open above level, pull back into level, get back over level, plus opening print. Same exact way that I have traded for years, the same exact system, same exact everything, right? So we opened up the day, we pulled back under the level, we got back over the level as well as back over the opening print on the 2-minute time frame. And what that did was create a 5-minute hammer. And on that 5-minute hammer, it was just the most gorgeous. I mean, this trade took us 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes, and we had, I went through a little bit of drawdown because I entered I entered at 1.45. These contracts went down to like 115, 125. So I that was a little bit of drawdown, but that, I mean, considering at the highs here, they hit 360. My main exit was around 250s, but considering these hit 360s on the highs, not worried about a little bit of drawdown that I incurred, right? Then, so if we build the plan, right, the last thing that I'd like to open up here or add to it is, well, let me change my order of operations a little bit. I want number 3 to be higher time or MTFA check. Multi-time frame analysis check, right? The very first thing that we want to do after we identify our levels is check out the multi-time frame analysis. Not saying do the top-down analysis, none of that, but see where are we at on the higher time frames. Google, very straightforward. It's at all-time highs with a daily chart 1, 2, 3 pattern, taking out previous day's high. Like, this daily chart is very clearly exactly what I'd be looking for in a long entry. This weekly chart. On a swing entry, I'd prefer to be buying down here, but on a day trade, this is perfect. This is momentum. This is a gap over a level, pull back into level. Like, this is perfect. This was, I wish that I had more to say, but to be straight up, this was a pretty straightforward trade. I don't have a lot of insight to give because I feel like if you've been following me for a while and watching my materials, you know the trade that I took today. And if you haven't been, there's a lot of material on my channel, including a video called The Best Day Trading Strategy. I think it's like 2023. I want to remake that video, but I don't know what to say because it's all, I don't change strategies. I've been doing the same thing since before you were born. Not really, but I've been doing the same thing since before most of you started to trade probably. I've been trading the same idea. I'm never going to change it. Never going to add into a change and start doing ICT stuff or stuff like that. Like, I could make a significant more money as an educator, as an affiliate, as a trading content creator if I were to start teaching ICT. Literally, do you know how many more traders are out there that watch that content because of the initial free, there's so much free things on YouTube. People get into that and they drill themselves into that. And in my opinion, I don't find it to be the most efficient way to trade. If you do, that's fine. Regardless, if you're just looking at me as a content creator, if I want to grow or make more money, it would be easier to just mumbo jumbo 1,000 new ICT videos out and get you all. But I'm never going to do that because I make so much more money trading the fucking strategy that I know works. And it's super straightforward and simple, and it's always going to work because it's just interpreting price. We don't have to worry about methods being patched, whatever. This is how prices actually move. And so I wish I had more insight to give, but the truth is this was an excellent trade. And the truth is, if you've been following along with my stuff for a while, you're a former student or you're part of the program or just watching my YouTube or just watching the podcast I do, I low-key expect everything that I mentioned on this trade to kind of be second nature for you. And you to be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Very logical. That's an ATO, not the open trade. Done. Boom. And that's I hope that's how you feel, right? So in addition to the Google trade, my internet turned on, so I hopped on stream, and we ended up taking a trade in gold. Now, honestly, gold ran a lot farther than I initially thought. I initially was looking, and this is on stream on Kick, so you can go look on this. I'll put the Kick link in the description down below as well. I was looking at this 45.12. And when I turned on the stream, we were basically bull flag consolidating at high of day at 45.05. And I was like, oh. I mean, it feels like we're going to go take out that untested overnight high. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Gold, uptrend, untested overnight high. Are the words I'm saying ringing any bells? Maybe go watch the last few videos. Guys, this is the method on gold, and it will be for the next, until gold stops trending. Look for untested overnight highs or a previous high a day that hadn't gotten tested yet, like this one, right? Or like this one, or like this one. Or you zoom back, like this one that we literally took a trade on and made racks on racks on racks. Or literally this one, or that one. or that high a day that faded and eventually next day got tested. Like, gold is in a free money trend right now. Be patient. Accept that you're going to have some losers on it, because no free money trends are 100%. You're still going to you have to shoot a shot, right? And your shot might be a little bit off. That's fine. The winners you get will make up for it. Again, I wish I had more insight to provide on this gold trade, but we saw bull flag at high of day, consolidation at high of day. We had untested overnight high. This is the method to trading gold until it's done, probably until 5,000. I have traded gold far more than I've traded the NASDAQ over the last month and a half. And I believe that to be probably the most stress relieving decision that I could have possibly made. Like, at the bottom of my heart. So I love you guys. I hope you've enjoyed these last few videos. I have documented on YouTube every trade that I have taken so far this year. It's been a really fun start to the year. I'm super stoked. I didn't have a ton of size in Google today. I mean, I was off a hot spot, so like that's kind of to be expected. I wish I had 10 grand in it like I usually do on 0 DTE options, but that's neither here nor there. That just completely besides the point, because we have been having an amazing start to the year so far. I want this to be my best year yet. I want to grow as a creator. I want to grow as a trader. I want my channels to grow. I want my profits to grow. I want everything to grow, because for the first time in my life, I get to keep the majority of the monies that I make. I actually get to keep it. And that feels fantastic. And so I'm super excited. I hope you all have enjoyed the content. Again, I'm still working on the vlog, which is going to probably do 20x the views of any of these individual videos I'm making. But nonetheless, I like to keep cranking out content in the meantime. I love you all so much. You are the greatest people of all time. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to check the link below for the streams. And thank you so much for the support, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much.